Today's maths class will be looking at concept of ratio. Now, what do we mean by ratio? Ratio is used to compare two or more quantities of similar kind. And mind you, ratio does not have units, since the units we are comparing are the same. Now, the concept of ratio is divided into strata as required in exam. Now, the first, we have what we call normalization of ratio. Normalization of ratio. That's the first thing we need to look at. And the normalization of ratio is divided into two major forms. As far as exam is concerned, we have normalization when it involves whole number, and normalization when it involves fractional number. That's the first thing we need to know first. We need to know how to normalize the ratio when it involves whole number, and we still need to know how to normalize ratio when it involves fractional number. And the second thing we need to know is what we call sharing ratio. Sharing ratio is the second thing we need to know, and this sharing ratio is divided into strata. Number one, when it involves finding an unknown, and number two, when it involves chances or probability. So I'll be taking them one after the other. We'll be looking at normalization of ratio when it involves whole number, and I'll be solving examples from the WAEC past questions. Now, let's look at this typical WAEC question. This one involves normalization of whole numbers. Now, the question says if A ratio B equals 3:2 and B ratio C equals 4:5, we are asked to find A ratio B ratio C. This question can be solved in many ways, so I'll try as much as possible to give at least 2 or 3 major ways of solving this thing. Now, what you need to do first, if it appears in objective, what you just have to do is to follow this trick. Let's call it trick 1. Now, we have A ratio B, let's say, is equals to small a ratio small b. And we have B ratio C, let's call it small b ratio small c. All you just have to do is to follow the chain. This C will take this will take this will take this, just like we're forming the pattern of N. So, in a nutshell, A ratio B ratio C is giving us AB ratio BB ratio BC. So if we apply this trick, we're going to get our answer straight. So let's do it here. From the exam question, we're given A ratio B is 3:2 and B ratio C is 4:5. So let's follow our trick. A ratio B ratio C is what? 5 times 2. That gives us 10. 4 times 2, that gives us 8. 4 times 3, that gives us 12. Now, let's reduce this. This is A ratio B. Since something can go between them, 2 can go here. We have 2 here 6, 2 here 4, and 2 here 5. So our final answer is giving us 6:4:5. That's if you are using this trick 1. Then if you are solving using trick 2, the trick 2 is just talking about the clockwise movement. So we have something like A ratio B, let's call it small a, small b, and B ratio C, let's call it small b ratio small c. So let's form the pattern. So the pattern is going to be, the examiner asks us to find A ratio B ratio C. That's what we are asked to find. So let's look at the movements now. You check. We have A in the first one, and we have B in the second one. C does not have anything. You move like this. So this pattern becomes B. So in the other case, B ratio C, we don't have for A, but we have for B. We have B here, and we have for C. So you move in the reverse form. You have it as what? B. So what you just have to do is to what? Multiply it. So when you multiply, you have AB ratio BB ratio BC. So when you apply this trick, it gives you the same answer to the first. Now look at the trick. Let's explain it very well. Trick 2 involves clockwise movement and anti-clockwise movement. So we have A ratio B ratio C. That's what the examiner asks us to find. So we're giving A, we're assuming that A is this and this is B. You move clockwise and you move anti-clockwise. So let's put it into what? Practice. Now we are asked to find A ratio B ratio C from our question. Now we're giving A to be what? To be 3, and we're giving B to be what? 2. Now C does not have. In the first case, what you have to do, you move out. So when you move out, this becomes what? 2. Now in the second case, we're giving B to be what? To be 4. And we're giving C to be what? To be 5. So what do you have to do? You move reverse form. So here becomes what? 4. So what do you have to do is to multiply. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 2, 8. 5 times 2, 10. So if you divide this thing further, it becomes 6 ratio 4 ratio what? 5, which becomes equivalent to what? To trick 1. Now, we can also solve using trick 3 or trick 4 depending on the nature of what? Of the exam. Now, in this case now, we're looking at normalization involving fraction. Now, mostly the examiner like bringing out this particular area in the exam, and it's very, very easy. You can either apply trick 1 or trick 2 to solve. But the first thing you have to do first is to what? Put this thing in a real form. You understand? So what you have to do first is to take this thing to what? To fraction. Now, if I'm to solve, let's say it's our solution. I'm going to take the first one. A ratio B is giving us 1 over 2 ratio 3 over 4. So I'm going to express this thing in fraction first to get the whole form first. So this is A over B, 1 over 2 divided by 3 over 4. So A over B is 1 over 2 times 4 over 3. So if you divide 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So what do we have? We have this thing as A over B is giving us 2 over 3. So I can now express this thing in terms of ratio. That's A ratio B is giving us 2 ratio 3. So the trick behind it is that if you're giving in terms of fraction, what you have to do is to what? Put it in whole form and apply any of the tricks. So I've been able to convert this fraction form to the whole form. That is why I have it as A ratio B is 2 ratio 3. So I'll do the same thing for this. Also, we have B over C is giving us 3 over 5 divided by 9 over 10. So my B over C is giving us 3 over 5 times 10 over what? 9. So what do we have here? 5 here 1, 5 here 2, 3 here 1, 3 here what? 3. So what do we have? B over C is giving us 2 over 3. So I can now express this thing as B ratio C is giving us 2 ratio what? 3. So now you can see that I've been able to express the fractional form to whole number form. Then I can now decide to apply either trick 1 or what? Trick 2. So if I go by trick 1, so I have A ratio B ratio C. So what is my A in the first one? My A is 2. What is my B? My B is what? 3. Now you move out 3. In the second case, B is what? 2. C is what? 3. You move here. What do we have? 2. Multiply straight. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3, 6. 3 times 3, 9. So finally, my A ratio B ratio C is giving us 4 ratio 6 ratio what? 9. So you can either apply this method or apply the other method to get your what? Your answer. So this is how you solve normalization when it involves what? Fraction. Now the last part we need to look at as far as ratio is concerned in exam is what we describe as sharing ratio. Now in solving sharing ratio, you make use of this formula. Each received is equals to ratio of 1 over sum of ratio times total. So the total here represents the what? The amount. So this is the formula we use to solve sharing ratio. And mind you, sharing ratio has different ways it comes out in what? In exam. Now let's look at this typical YA question here. A man shares 5,000 between his sons in the ratio. Now let's look at this typical YA question. A man shares 5,000 between his sons in the ratio 2 ratio what? 3. Find the amount each received. Now, to solve this thing, there are steps to follow. The first thing we need to do here is to arrange the informations out. Now, look at the step to follow. Step 1, you write down the amount. Amount is given as 5,000 naira. That's the first step. Now, the ratio at which they are sharing it is 2:3. Then you take sum of the ratio, which is given as 2 plus 3. That's what? 5. That's the first thing you do. Now, since we don't know the sums, now let's say let the two sons be A and B, since we don't know the name. Now, what's the formula? That's step 2. Step 2, recall back. What's our formula? Each received is equals to ratio of 1 over the sum of ratio times total. Now, since we've done the analysis, it makes it very, very simple for us to do. So what do we do? So we go here. That's A shares. That means the first one, A shares. What's the ratio of A? The ratio of A is 2 over, what is the sum of the ratio? The sum of the ratio is what? 5 times, what is the total amount being shared? 5,000. So what you just have to do is to multiply. So if you do that, that is 2 divided by 5 times 5,000. That means A's share is what? 2,000. So you follow the same pattern. B's share is given as, what's the ratio of B? B is 3. What's the sum of the ratio? 5. What's the amount being shared? 5,000. So if you do that, that gives us, that means B's share is 3,000. So this is how you solve typical questions under this. Mind you, there are different language or different pattern this particular sharing ratio comes out in the exam. So now, this is just one of the basic of solving sharing ratio. Now, these are just few basic as regards to concept of ratio in exam. Kindly like our page, subscribe to get more videos on how to solve basic problem in mathematics. You can just go on Facebook, type Best Brain Tutor House, and also search us on YouTube to get more of our video. Thank you.